On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now on first down. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. First carry for the Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith. Fighting through. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So the first carry of the game under the belt for Emmitt Smith. And, of course, in his career, over 18,000 rushing yards, the all-time leader.
He can probably rest easy for a while about people chasing that number down. He's going to stay at the top because everyone's flinging it around instead of running it. We're going to need a real running back renaissance and an emphasis on the ground game to put that record in jeopardy. Is anyone even close right now?
Frank Gore about 6,000 away, and then AP 7,000 away still around there.
Wow, that's a lot of yards to make up. I think Emmitt Smith feels pretty good about the number he posted, 18,355 yards.
Tackle made by K'Wan Short. On 3rd and short, going with a tight end. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now Emmitt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's caught by Smith. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. Now he's forced out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
They'll run it here with Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now on 4th down, Jack Del Rio is going to send on the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. It doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short.
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Brady. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Defense showing blitz. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he's got room. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They come out here in the eye. On the carry, here's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. All right, Charles, quick Emmitt Smith story. You've heard of the Madden video game, right?
I have heard of the Madden video game, well, no doubt about it.
The legend goes that Coach Madden said players used to come up to him all the time and complain that their ratings were too low. The only person, though, that came up and said, hey, mine's too high, Emmitt Smith.
You're kidding.
How can you rate Emmitt Smith too high? That's the question.
Boy, talk about humble. That's taking modesty to a new level.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. From midfield, here's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a third down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the gun now on third down, Carr. And this is brought in by Pryor. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On second down, here's Carr. Over the middle to Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come up in an offset eye. Carr to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. On third down, here's Emmitt. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that'll be good for an Oakland first down. Miller, the man in motion. Play clock winding down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. On first down, Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. That'll bring up second down. So 2nd and 10 here. On the ground, this is Smith. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
And his kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team. And they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
And Miller with it over the middle. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
2nd down following the incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run with Procise. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking. Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. And the back goes into motion. The play clock's running down. Brady. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They'll run it now with Smith. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those. Throwing on first down is Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker. Emmett now on the counter. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure. That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loaded in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. A carry here for the big tight end. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the I. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd down following the run. And they'll go with a ground attack here. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On the ground with a tight end. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, AATLMIA, DMV, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, ayy.
New York, Texas, Midwest, and other Vermont. California, cause there's no place like California. California, ayy.
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met a from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like